Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the first day of 2025's Bridge City Riot. My name is Dr. Omnomnomnivore, and I am joined on the mic this morning by
Judge Booty. It's JB on the mat.
Heck yes. Super excited to be here. First game is going to be Rosebuds All-Stars Regional Team up against Astra Junior Roller Derby. Rosters look pretty even. Looks like the Buds might have a couple extra skaters, but otherwise should be a really fun game. I was watching the warm-ups. I think it's going to be really good. So skating on the Rose City Rollers Regional All-Stars, we've got 087 Jawbreaker, 1 Frostbite, 17 Mazzy Scar, 199 Slaughtermelon, 21 Lucky Harms, 211 Pop-Tart, 222 LO Cool Slay, 25 Rolling Thunder, 357 Billy Fiend, 37 Onomatopoeia, 44 Sour Snitch, 496 Assault Water Taffy, 56 Ludini, 612 Mystery Machine, 701 Kung Fu Skinny, and 808 Snapdragon.
And for Astra Junior Roller Derby, we have 09 Sasscracker, 092 Apocalypse, 101 Slugbug, 112 Gnarly Quinn, 14 Violent Violet, 18 Raven, 187 Foxy Dash, 26 Belladonna, 42 Slayer, 49 Northern Frights, 918 Locked and Loaded, 92 Killer Quinn, and 975 Snitches Get Stitches.
That might automatically be my favorite name.
I do really like that. Also, before I signed up to announce this game, I didn't realize that Astra was the Topeka, Kansas team, which is my hometown.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah, so they came all the way from my hometown for me to announce them. So if you are from Kansas, let me know in the chat.
That's right. We've got our chat up and open. So if you are watching at home, go ahead and give us a comment here. Tell us who you're cheering for, either team and skater. We'd love to have a dialogue going with you because you know a whole heck of a lot more about your skaters on Astra than we do up here. Although I was just informed that Foxy Dash 187 is on the Team USA.
Yes, very exciting. Love to get the background knowledge about some of our skaters. Some more fun for future roller derby here at the hangar is we're going to provide some more background information in the future, like where people transferred from. Did people do our 101 program? Are they, part of our juniors program? Do their parents play? So you're going to get a whole experience from here on out.
It's true. It's true. I wish you were announcing way more this weekend.
Thank you. I wish I was too. I have a very busy schedule despite not playing this weekend.
That's right, because the Heathers played last night. Fantastic game.
Thank you.
Heathers
I did not play.
I know, but they did amazing with such a short roster.
I know. I mean, when you have Bonnie Thunders on your team and she puts up probably like 80 points on her own, it does help quite a bit. But shout out to our 2 jammers on the team that made it work.
Also, shout out to Lily Valentine.
Lily Valentine killed it. Also, shout out to our pivots who took some stars for us.
Hey, thank you, Becky, for joining us. Yay, Astra. Go Slayer.
Woo! Number 42, Slayer. We love to see it.
So it looks like we've got just under 10 seconds until Derby starts here.
Got our officials taking the track.
So many officials.
Love so many of them.
We actually have an amazing crew this weekend. Lots of names that I've never seen before because we got people traveling in. So
yeah, my man Adam Splitter is the head ref this weekend.
Heck yes, I love me some Adam.
He's not out there right now, but you'll catch him wearing the pilot's hats.
I see him.
Yeah, he's over there,
he's down
with Rita,
there with Rita,
who is his flight attendant, I believe. Is that what
really?
He's saying? Yes, that's how they dressed this weekend.
I was wondering what the theme was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here we go. We are lining up for our first jam and jamming for the Rosebuds. We've got Ludini up against number 42. I think that's Slayer.
Very exciting. All right.
I love watching the Buds.
I have not had a lot of opportunities to watch
the
younger skaters in the league.
In for it. It is so much fun.
All right. Astra with a good dynamic start.
Ludini quickly pushing up to the front of the pack with some assistance by Billy Fiend.
Oh, yes, but looks like 092. That's Apocalypse got a good catch there.
Ludini pushing hard. Adrian
Yes.
coming back in for some more offensive help there. Yeah, number 092 on Ad Astra Apocalypse, really just everywhere on the track.
Yeah.
Slayer actually able to get out lead jammer for Ad Astra.
First lead jam of the game goes to our Kansas team.
Also first penalty of the
Whoops.
game, a direction goes to the team in blue, taking a seat in that Rebel Heart Therapy penalty box.
Got the defense from the Rosebuds locking it down at the top.
That is a very, very strong pod.
Oh.
Kung Fu Skinny, Billy Fiend, Frostbite, and Snapdragon.
It's Apocalypse and Snitches Get Stitches. Holding that 2-all at the top. Ooh, Ludini finally gets
Awesome.
through.
Ludini through on initial, and there's the call off. Penalty box is clear. I'd like to say thank you to Rebel Heart Therapy for being that penalty box sponsor.
We love Rebel Heart Therapy.
We love therapy.
We love therapy here. Who do we got on the line now?
Oh, Bearable. I remember watching you last night, or talking to you last night. You watched the Heathers game. That's right.
Woo!
You were here with me.
I love it. They managed to really hold it down last night. On the jam line. who do we got?
Onomatopoeia and Foxy Dash.
Nice.
LO Cool Slay recycled back to the back. Onomatopoeia up at the front. Once again, finding Apocalypse and company.
Foxy Dash all the way in the back, but gaining some speed. Oop.
That was a back block.
And oop. On a scoring pass here for Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia now in a power jam with Foxy Dash heading to the penalty box on that back block.
Being recycled back by 975. That Snitches Get Stitches.
That was a really big hit.
Yeah.
And Mia just shrugs it off.
Working it at the top.
Against
Ooh.
Raven, number 18.
That was
Beautiful
a great hit.
job.
Yeah. Ooh. Got some strength there on Onomatopoeia. Hitting him down.
Onomatopoeia coming back around, looking to put more points on the board. Foxy Dash standing in that Rebel Heart Therapy penalty box.
Great coordinated offense by the Rosebuds there.
That is Pop-Tart throwing down on the track, losing the pivot cap in the process. Pop-Tart, one of my absolute favorite skaters to watch. He's been just astronomically good.
Incredible. Oh, there we go. Foxy Dash through.
Mia taking a look. Foxy's about 30 feet behind and closing. Mia going ahead and saying, I'm going to go ahead and close that. Or
Good
call
call.
that off.
Foxy Dash was coming in with some speed. Ooh, nice little replay from Radical Wheels here.
The
Beautiful.
Radical Wheels replays are my favorite part of this season.
Me too. It really feels like we are a professional sports league now.
It is official. We are not on the Ocho anymore.
Absolutely not.
So lining up on that Jam on Hawthorne jammer line, we've got Slaughtermelon for the Buds up against Violent Violet for Ad Astra.
Ooh, Violet. Ooh, almost had it, but there goes the Rosebuds. Slaughtermelon's in the lead.
That'd be Kung Fu Skinny getting in the way.
Oh, of course, of
Kung
course.
Fu Skinny is amazing. Melon, lead jammer for the Buds. Violent Violet about half a track behind right now. Slaughtermelon will
hit.
probably, I was going to say, get through and call it off.
Yep.
4 more points on the board for the Buds. I'd like to take a second and say thank you to Two Town Cider House. Damn fine cider made right here in the Pacific Northwest.
All right, we have Rolling Thunder on the jam line for the first time, up against 4-9 from Ad Astra. That is Northern Frights. Ad Astra probably looking to make up some of the points here.
It's only 8 points
Only
between the
8,
two
but
teams right now. Rolling
Here we
Thunder.
go, getting some movement up there at the top.
Rolling Thunder hit to the outside by number 101. That is Slugbug. And number 975, Snitches Get Stitches.
Ooh, great hit at the top by the pivot from the Rosebuds. That's 2-1-1. That's Pop-Tart. Drove them all the way back. Rolling Thunder's working at the top. Great hit there. Still pushing. Pack is really drawn out and through. Northern Frights calls it off for a 0-0 jam. All right, here's another great replay. Northern Frights going through. Oh, calling off the jam there. Some tough falls already, but shout out to 888, our exclusive protective gear sponsor of RCR, the certified sweat sitter, developed, tested, and trusted by the best. All right, we got Slayer for Ad Astra again. Ooh, working at the top, almost past 701. That's Kung Fu Skinny, but stopped there on the line. Drawn out again, back in.
It is hard to get around Skinny. Mystery Machine working at the back of the pack against all 4 Ad Astra blockers.
Slayer's back in it, though. Oh, one to beat there at the top. I believe that's Snapdragon. Yes, and through for Lead Jammer.
Couple of penalties being called in the mix there.
Looks like that's a forearm for Jawbreaker. Oh, and she's out.
Frostbite to the box on a direction, and Kung Fu Skinny on an illegal procedure. And there's our whistle. Hello, Noreen, Pop-Tarts Nana checking in. So happy to have you here. And Becky, so nice to see you again for Gnarly.
Go Gnarly. 112 on Ad Astra.
Oh, and it looks like there's actually quite a few folks in that Rebel Heart Therapy penalty box right now doing some group therapy. So it looks like Ludini's going to be starting this jam in a power jam situation. We just got a timeout called. This timeout brought to you by Welcome to PDX, RCR's official realtor.
We just had a home buying seminar with Welcome to PDX this past week.
Did you go?
I cannot afford a home. Yeah, there's no way. But
I don't know. I mean, maybe
I'm sure
go
people
for fun.
learn some things.
I've heard the home buying seminars are very, very good if you're in the market for a house.
I mean, shout out to all of our sponsors who give us great deals and help us so much. I mean, Colonel offered in the Slack recently to answer any tax questions people had.
And
Lord people had questions,
yes, because taxes are one of the most confusing things in the entire United States.
Yeah. I figured it wouldn't be helpful to ask what would happen if I didn't pay my taxes.
Well, I mean, judging from a lot of things that I've seen, nothing for several years.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I paid the Portland arts tax.
That's
the most important
one.
That's the most important one to me.
Well, that's also the one that they will literally track you down if you don't pay.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I know the amount of mail that I get about it. It's crazy.
I don't live in Portland, so I do not have to pay the Portland arts tax. I'm sure there's other things that I have to pay instead.
Oh yeah.
So it looks like we don't really know who's supposed to be on the track right now. There was a lot of shuffling of skaters. Ad Astra now with 3 in the penalty box.
Wow, yeah. A very deep box. We only need 1 jammer there to fill it out.
But
hopefully that won't happen for Ludini here.
Louie's not going to get a penalty.
A 2v2.
Wow. Yep, 2v2.
A dream for a jammer of only having to beat a 2-wall with 2 offense.
The pack is moving.
All right, that was 1-8 at the top. Raven tried.
Man.
So hard, but Ludini got through.
Ludini on 1 skate, off balance, making it through on initial. And now we've got a lot more happening on the track. A lot more people out there.
We've really filled it out now. We're almost back to a full pack. Oh, here comes the jammer.
And the last Ad Astra blocker. Snitches get stitches. We are back to a full 5v5.
All right. Slayer probably going to try and put up some more points, but Ludini's already scoring, so it might be too late. Slayer through, though. Through on the initial. Slayer trying to get those last few points. Oh, but got a cut track penalty, so now it's Slayer's time for a power jam.
Oh, it's about time for Ad Astra. But I don't think that Kung Fu Skinny and company are going to take that on the chin. I think they are going to do everything they can to neutralize this power jam. Skinny catching Slayer up at the top, not quite able to make it happen.
LL Cool Slay with that last hit.
LL Cool Slay does make it happen.
Wow.
Lots of yelling from the coaches to come back, to run Slayer back.
Yes, yeah.
And since we lost lead jammer with Ludini, the jam obviously is going the full 2 minutes.
But Ludini's back in it, so time to score even more points for the Rosebuds. Nice little juke
Beautiful.
there. Got past Belladonna on that one. Slayer working, trying to get past the Rosebuds.
Oh, Snitches get Stitches coming in with some offensive help. Not quite able to make anything of it. Meanwhile, Ludini putting 4 more on the board.
Frostbite
3
joining
on
them.
the board.
4 defense in the back on Slayer.
There we go. I think that was all end of jam whistles. I don't think there was a penalty in there.
Yeah.
And we've got another timeout. This timeout brought to you once again by RCR's official realtor, Deb Counts-Tabor, and welcome to PDX. And while I have a second, did you already talk about 187 Killer Pads?
I did. I love 187 Killer Pads.
Well, then I'll take the opportunity to say thank you to 888, our other exclusive gear sponsor of RCR, the certified sweat saver, developed, tested, and trusted by the best.
I also love those helmets. I got one recently with a visor for the first time.
Nice.
Really protecting myself.
Yes, you
from
are.
all of my from all the face hits that you kind of get when you're a jammer.
I appreciate you protecting yourself, JB.
Me too. Me too. All right. What do you think they talk about out there before they start? I feel like the adults are always serious and they're talking about the game plan and what's going on. Maybe that's what they're talking about. They look serious.
I mean, are we trying to? Well, it's a team timeout, so maybe, yeah, maybe it's just a lot of, how are you? How did you sleep well? I'm really out of breath. I'm glad I have some water.
Kung Fu Skinny is explaining something to the group there, telling us how it's all going to work.
Oh, Skinny was organizing something.
Yes.
So that is Sour Snitch, Kung Fu Skinny, Snapdragon, and Billy Fiend.
We got Raven for Ad Astra back on the track, along with 092, which is Apocalypse.
And 09, Sasscracker. There's our whistle. Automata Mia up against Foxy Dash for jammers. Mia quickly to the top of the pack. Beautiful juke. Almost did get around, actually, because of a no pass, no penalty.
Foxy Dash coming through past Snapdragon there. Ooh, good hit by Sasscracker. Drawn back by 092. That was a fast jam for us here. Oh, that was a Zoom Room dog training Apex jump.
Look at you. Woohoo, you got it. Hello, William, Pop-Tart's grandpa gig from Fort Benton, Montana, watching today. Welcome. So happy to have you here.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the hangar. All right, that's Slaughtermelon up against Violet. Violet trying to work past the Buds defense there. Ooh, it looks like Melon might get through with only one to beat. Yes, and that is another lead jam for Slaughtermelon. Ooh, big hit by 2-on-1. That's Pop-Tart. Violet is back in the back of the pack, hit up by Lucky Harms, being pulled back. 092 tried back there trying to help. It's Apocalypse again, trying to play some offense for the Ad Astra jammer. Sneaking by, through on the initial, but Slaughtermelon's also through, getting those points. We got 2 in the box for the Rosebuds right now. That is Pop-Tart and 1-7, Mazzy Scar. Looks like Melon's running it a little bit to clear the box. And Violet's in the back asking for some offensive help and called off.
Melon grabbing all 4?
All 4. 8-point jam. Ad Astra picks up 4.
I would like to say thank you to Black Cat Plumbing, your local neighborhood plumbing company and proud sponsor of RCR since forever.
Since forever. Fast-moving game, getting people out on the track. 918, I think it's our first time seeing Locked and Loaded out there. 092, Apocalypse is getting some playtime today, along with 975, Snitches Get Stitches and the captain.
Yeah, I can't tell if they have a short jammer rotation or...
I don't know what it is. 4-9's out there. Northern Frights, yes.
Ooh, Locked and Loaded. I was watching Locked and Loaded warm up. Yeah. Excited to watch Locked and Loaded.
Ooh, a nice little spin there by Rolling Thunder.
Rolling Thunder has perfected that spin move.
I love it. It's when jammers can just kind of roll up. Oh my gosh, I love that. 975 is trying, just pulled her jammer through. Nice job by Rolling Thunder, that last second juke to get by and get the points.
So that is two things that I've seen a lot more of this season than I feel like I haven't in past seasons. Is I've seen a lot more whips lately.
Yeah.
And then a lot of multiplayers.
Yeah. I love to whip. I'm not very fast, but I will, if one of my offense is nearby, I will be grabbing onto them for stability and help.
I've seen it way more, and I was wondering, actually, I was going to ask one of the officials if there's been a rule change around multiplayers, just because I've seen them called so much more.
Yeah.
Even in like the adult arena where I have not seen a lot of multiplayers.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we got one called on a jammer last night.
Mm-hmm.
Mystery Machine lead jammer.
Because of a whip.
Because of a whip. Ooh, love that little change of direction coming into the pack. Nice work, spinning around, getting through. Mystery Machine picking up 4.
Slayer's still stuck behind all of the Buds blockers. The cap is off. Slayer's pivot is all the way up front, making it a little hard to pass if that's what she's looking for.
That's Slugbug. Slugbug, ooh, taking it so fast, though. That was a great pass right there. Oh, yes. You know, normally we have a sponsor for the passes, looking at the sponsor sheet. Not today, we don't.
They are unsponsored. If you would like to sponsor Star Passes among juniors,
yes,
please email sponsorship@rosecityrollers.com.
An age-appropriate sponsorship, maybe.
Correct.
Incredible work, though. Oh, we got Ludini back on the line.
Oh, yes, we did not have a pivot. Now we do.
They're running to get there.
There we go. Ahead of the whistle, everybody's in position. Ludini and Foxy Dash both jamming.
Foxy Dash, I love working the lines. Look at that. So much movement, but Ludini through for lead jam again.
Nice offensive help coming from number 42, Slayer.
That was a wild jump. That was a really doctrinating apex jump. I love it. There's 4 words you have to say in order, and I get it. I've gotten it. That was a jump and a spin.
Are we going to see it on replay?
I hope we do.
We are going to see it on replay. Here we go.
Watch it happen. She'll cut to the in. Somehow getting enough speed to do this despite just being on the ground. Boom, twist,
turn.
And
a spin.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Radical Wheels, for that.
That was beautiful.
And our stream team. Dream team. Okay, so on the line, Onomatopoeia up against Violent Violet.
Raven playing some offense there in the back.
That is Apocalypse. I would not be surprised if Apocalypse, just making an end-of-game prediction,
gets MVP?
Gets a little MVP.
I agree with that.
Mia
again with lead jam.
Yeah, I've been watching the Buds. They're really doing good.
Not a surprise to you.
But Ad Astra is like a huge surprise. I am so impressed by how well they are playing.
I know, they're doing a great job. They're really working, playing some good offense on the Buds defense. Buds defense is just really great at reforming, coming back together after some offense.
The other thing I've noticed about Ad Astra, though, is that they are holding the Buds to 4 and 8-point jams. Buds aren't running away with anything.
No, not at all. Pivot's trying to get back to the front, but being held back there by 2-1. 2-1-1, that's Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pop-Tart just drawn 9-2 back further and further each time.
Pop-Tart, that's Pop-Tart, LO Cool Slay, Jawbreaker, and Lucky Harms. That's a really mean wall. That's a mean pod in the best way possible.
09 tried to stop. Sasscracker tried to stop Mia there, but, ooh.
So 18, absolutely. I saw the penalty on that. Raven got the penalty for hitting Onomatopoeia out.
Mia's coming back to the track, or coming back around to score some more points. 9-2, Killer Quinn.
I was like, where are all the Ad Astra skaters? But the Buds have just gotten them all strung out.
Yeah.
They can't wall up.
There was a cat pass from Violet to the pivot, 9-2. Yeah, to Killer Quinn, who's in the back. But luckily, a call up from Mia means the jam is over for the pivot, so it'll go back to the jammer next time.
And we've got Melon on the line for the Buds up against Slayer, I believe. Yep. Nope. Just kidding. I saw the 4. That's Northern Frights.
Northern Frights.
First time jamming for Northern Frights?
No. I
Okay.
think this is the third one.
I think I've just had my headset off every time
Every
they've
time
been jamming.
Yeah. Ooh,
Melon
nice.
finding a wide open lane on the outside, through for lead.
Fright's trying to take some offense on the inside. Oh, another little
Nice
whip through,
spin.
but right into 357 from the Buds.
That is Billy Fiend.
Billy Fiends locked that down.
Melon, beautiful spin move there around turn 2, picking up a quick 4. And we've got the star off, and it looks like we're going to do a star pass from Northern Frights to Slayer.
Oh, yes, cleared the inside there for Slayer.
Melon was down, able to get up and outrun the pack. Since that star pass was completed, Melon going ahead and calling it off after picking up 4.
Rosebuds have kind of gotten away with it now. We're at 79-18.
What that really tells me with that score, though, is that the Buds' defense is locked in.
Locked in for sure. We've seen a lot more star passes, I would say, in like the last couple of minutes than near the beginning when Buds were getting lead.
We were set up for a sweep.
Rolling Thunder, yes, follows her offense so well, but gets hit out. Locked and loaded back on the track. Rolling Thunder does not want to be drawn all the way back, is waiting there.
But any second that you're not on the track.
Ooh, little spin and a turn by Foxy Dash. Let me peek the mic each time I announce. The excitement is just too much. Yeah, Scott Manning in the chat saying spinning apex jump. I know what that's about.
Scott Manning, Furious, you could be here with us.
Furious, you're missing out on the action right now.
No, I don't think he really is. I think he's
okay. You're here. You're in the.
You're here in spirit.
Yes. You're missing out on the concessions and the beautiful sunshine. Great call off by Foxy Dash.
Rolling Thunder going and taking a seat in that Rebel Heart Therapy penalty box at the whistle on a cut track, which means Ad Astra is going to start in a power jam this next jam. It will be up to these Buds blockers to neutralize that power jam as much as possible.
Also, shout out to Foxy Dash. I think that's the most amount of points put up in a single jam so far for Ad Astra.
I believe you are correct.
All right, on the track for Ad Astra to play some offense. We got Raven. We got Locked and Loaded.
Locked and Loaded is ready to
Snitches
knock that brace out.
All right. Slayer. Ooh, hit out by a Kung Fu Skinny.
Yeah, Billy Fiend and Kung Fu Skinny. Snapdragon covering the inside.
Ooh, finding some space in the middle and passed.
Beautiful job.
Great work by Slayer.
Thunder not even standing in the box yet. Slayer's going to be able to make a full scoring pass.
Right through the middle there, but does not find any daylight in the back of the Buds defense with Snapdragon.
And Skinny.
Open, here comes Massey Scar, I believe, to, 1-7.
Everybody sort of clumped up on the back stretch there. Rolling Thunder out of the box.
Looking for maybe a pass, but nope, called off.
And Ad Astra picking up all 4 on that, holding the Buds scoreless, I believe, for the first jam as well.
Wow, yeah. Great work by both the offense and the defense in that jam. Could have been bad for the Buds. That was a very good initial pass, getting through pretty quickly.
Down on the track, we've got
1-4, Violet again for Ad Astra.
And Mystery Machine for the Buds.
Ooh, Mystery Machine through on the inside line.
Wide open inside line.
Pivot is motioning to the cap. That's Slugbug looking for the pass there. Violet taking, almost got that inside line after seeing them get distracted by Slugbug.
Mystery Machine recycled back to almost the jam line.
Slugbug looking, got the pass, tiptoeing through the inside line, got it. Pop-Tart trying to...
Pop-Tart succeeding.
Succeeding on getting them knocked out. But still a call off by Mystery Machine, so...
Interesting. I don't know that would have been my choice, but it made sense.
Yeah. Great work. Ooh, we get to see this replay of Mystery Machine really working that outside line. Northern Frights again.
And Ludini.
And Ludini. Ludini, thanks for wearing different shorts so it's easy to identify who you are.
Ludini receiving some offense right off the line there by Sour Snitch. Snitch setting up again to offer that assistance. Northern Frights up at the top of the pack.
Trying
to get around Skinny. Ludini up at the top, pushing one to beat in the pivot. Ludini lead jammer Buds.
Looks like Violent and Violet is out there as a pivot for this jam, so they're mixing things up a little bit so the pivots can take the cat pass, and it's working.
There is a star pass. Oh, beautiful hit attempt by Snap. Not quite able to make anything out of it.
Ludini trying to get some last-second points, but being recycled by Snitches Get Stitches.
Yeah.
Only 3 points that jam, so maybe having the jammers be the pivots for the latter half of this is helping them.
Frostbite, the only blocker in that Rebel Heart Therapy penalty box, in on a multiplayer. See, another multiplayer.
Frostbite, come on.
Frosty,
I didn't see what you did, but I'm sure you're innocent.
she's my neighbor. Of course she's innocent.
Oh, cute.
Like my legitimate neighbor.
Wow, like right next door?
Flag lot right next door to us, yeah.
Wow.
Onomatopoeia and Foxy Dash.
Foxy Dash. Ooh. Whoa.
Whoa,
the
somehow
throw
managed
stops.
to stay in bounds. That was gorgeous.
That was beautiful. The center of gravity must be crazy.
And
Ooh,
then
that might be a back block.
A back block. Well, we're just going to call it illegal contact.
Yeah, understandable. Sorry, Foxy.
I feel like if I was a ref, that would just be what I would call all the time. Just
Yeah.
illegal contact. I don't know what it is, but I know it was illegal.
Yeah, it's you saw some things happen. You're like, maybe not that. Mia's trying at the top of the pack, but not getting much work against Sasscracker, Apocalypse, and who else is out there?
Oh, Slay pushing Apocalypse out.
Oh, Slugbug at the pivot there, trying to with a penalty.
Looks like it was a direction. Those are my favorite penalties. I got lots of them when I was playing.
Whenever I block, I get that, and I get destruction because I don't understand pack definition rules because I never had to learn.
Who does?
What jammer really, I mean, maybe the better jammers know the pack definition rules, but definitely not me. Whoa, Foxy Dash with a little backbend there.
Yoga on the track. Frostbite throwing down the bridge.
Love it. Oh, great work. Foxy Dash through.
Buds hopefully coming back for an all-out offensive assault here. And Mia out.
Got Stitches out of the way. Oh, nice work past Slugbug there.
Beautiful. Foxy read the pack so perfectly there.
Foxy, I can understand why you're on Team USA. Some great work.
Same girl, same. Oh! You and I both maxing out the mics there. That was a unintentional contact between both of the jammers there.
Hard hits today. Oh, wow, another little spin. I think we need a sponsor for spinning jammers.
Yeah,
I think that'd be great. We could have another, I don't know, Zoom room dog training if you want to sponsor the spins too. I feel like you can teach, you teach dogs how to spin. We teach our jammers how to spin. It's functionally the same thing.
I like how you were going for existing jammers. I was like, maybe a blender company.
Oh, a blender company would be fun
maybe
too.
Vitamix wants to do the jammer spin move sponsor.
Vitamix, if you're listening to this,
talk
to us.
If you're watching 2025 Bridge City Riot Juniors Roller Derby Tournament,
you know who to talk to.
Slaughtermelon, meanwhile, lead jammer for the Buds.
I feel like Slaughtermelon almost has, if not 100% lead percentage, maybe only didn't get lead once so far.
Skinny headed to the penalty box on an illegal procedure.
Great hit by Slugbug, but it was not enough to stop Melon. Nice work by Raven. Ooh, pushing at the top and a little spin around.
The awesome thing about Slaughtermelon is that she's a great jammer. She's also just a really nice kid.
Aw.
She's delightful.
I love to hear that. And through for some more points.
I should say the entire team is delightful.
Yeah. What if you were like, and some of these kids
are
not.
Real mean. No, just kidding. They are all delightful humans.
They are all very sweet. Oh, here we go.
Skinny out of the box, coming in hot for that offense, but also just setting up to receive the pivot on a star pass here.
Yeah, I saw Melon looking for Skinny to play some offense, and then nothing happened. Melon's like, okay, I guess I'll take the out still.
I'll just do it myself. I'd like to say thank you to Ritual Dyes, Portland's local yarn shop with hand-dyed yarn tools and more, owned by a Buds parent and Wrecker skater.
Yeah,
Woolly
let's go
Bully.
Wreckers. We love Woolly. We love the Wreckers.
And that would be Mazzy and Blueberry Ruffin's parent, if I am not mistaken.
I believe you're right. I wonder if Woolly, are you in the house? I hope you are.
Actually, I think Mazzy is Blueberry Ruffin.
Oh, just like with the changed name?
Yes.
I see. I guess we'll have to look at Woolly's name in the Slack because I'm sure that's been updated.
It is. It's Pancakes and Mazzy Star. Mazzy used to be Blueberry Ruffin.
Gotcha.
I believe.
Shout out to Becky in the chat. Good blocking, Raven. Raven's really holding it down today.
Ad Astra is on fire right now.
Making a good comeback in this latter half of the first.
Making the Buds work for it.
Yeah.
I hear so many whistles.
Oh, a cut track for Violet and Violet.
Okay, there we go. That's going to leave Rolling Thunder in a power jam.
Big hit. Locked and loaded, taking him to the back, though. 2-6. Belladonna joining there. Little two-wall action, holding down Rolling Thunder.
Not sure how that wasn't a forearm, but I am not a ref.
And you know what? I couldn't be. I would have to learn a lot more rules than I currently know.
I would have to fill my brain with so much more knowledge.
Ooh, nice offense there. Who was in the back playing that offense? Was that Jawbreaker? No.
Probably Pop-Tart would be my guess.
Who's that person? 2-2-2.
That's L.O. Cool
Hello,
Slay.
Cool Slay. I'm sorry, dog. I couldn't see your number.
We have a minute left in period 1 here. We've got 2 Ad Astra in that Rebel Heart Therapy penalty box. It's locked and loaded, and also their jammer.
I believe it's Violent Violet.
Yes,
there.
I do believe you are correct. We've got Mystery Machine on the Jam on Hawthorne jammer line. Buds are setting up for a sweep.
Ooh.
Mystery Machine has a power jam for somewhere less than 10 seconds.
Stopped by 92. That's Killer Quinn being recycled all the way to the back by, once again, 975. I believe that's Snitches Get Stitches.
It is.
Ooh.
Mystery Machine with a skate out of bounds, rolled back by Snitches Get Stitches. The captain of Ad Astra.
Nice work. And again, Snitches Get Stitches doing a great job defensively.
Ooh, Violent Violet unfortunately headed back to the penalty box on an illegal contact. That is going to leave Mystery Machine in a power jam for a full 30 seconds this time.
Great defense up there. I believe that's Slugbug again. Great work for the pivot.
That is Slugbug and number, is that 92? Killer Quinn.
Killer Quinn.
Mystery Machine out on initial.
Locked and loaded back there playing some defense. Slugbug next line of defense. And 9-2 can't stop
that
Mr.
was
Machine,
definitely something
can.
illegal.
And that was the direction. Mystery Machine said, that's enough, I think.
And so here we are, fast and furious. That was period 1. We've got about a 10-minute intermission. That is plenty of time for you to go get something to eat or drink out of your fridge at home before JB and I come back and conclude this amazing Game 1 of Bridge City Riot 2025. I'm Dr. Noms. I'll see you in about 9.5 minutes.
All right, see y'all.
Hey folks, did you know that your head is not normal? No one's is. If your helmet size is a small, but your teammate's size is an extra large, wearing the same helmet shell doesn't just look kind of funny. The functionality of the EPS foam and how it disperses impact energy is compromised.
The 888 certified Sweat Saver comes in better shell size options than our leading competitor,
giving you the highest level of protection upon impact. Try for yourself. We've got you.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Inquiry number 80393, company is Seba Guide.
Hello, hello, hello. We have 2 minutes left of intermission. Going to take a look at the penalty count for now. Looks like nobody on the Buds is in big trouble. We got Frostbite with 3. Everybody else is at 2 or less. On Ad Astra, we got Raven with 3. And your captain, 975, which just snitches get stitches, is at 4. But nobody's in particular trouble here, so I think it'll be a good second half. A great first game here at Bridge City Riots. Very exciting for 2025 Junior Roller Derby. The kids are getting warmed back up, lined up. Looks like we are almost done with halftime. Great time to shout out our sponsors once again. Shout out to the Buffalo Gap Saloon and Eatery. Love to eat there. John Landing's favorite eatery and saloon. Perfect for an after practice snack. They have really good chicken tenders there.
They have really good lots of stuff.
They have a great menu. I just always get the chicken tenders.
Chicken tendies are a thing. They have steak bites that are really good too.
I need to try those.
Most of their salads are really good.
I've seen people eat the salads there before too, and those look delicious.
I love French fries, and they have very, very, very good French fries. Their wings
ravenous.
are good. I actually don't think that there's a single thing on their menu.
Well, now I want to go there after.
I don't think there's anything on their menu that I have eaten that I have not enjoyed.
I agree with that. I really like eating there, and after a tough practice, it's always great to fuel up with the protein.
Porcano is one that I haven't been to. I said it last night on the stream. I haven't been to Porcano in forever. I do that. I do the read all the time. I'm like, I need to go to Porcano.
I go and we'll pick up 3 tacos. There's a Porcano in between my house and Franklin High School where I coach high school debate. And so sometimes coming home from Franklin High School, I'm like, I'm going to pick up my 3 tacos from Porcano as a little treat for having worked today. And then I go home and eat them.
You deserve little treats.
Thank you. I agree. I've never seen this happen before. What are they doing? They're doing a check on all the gear?
They have to do a second gear check. So the first, they do a gear check before the game starts, and that is a hands-on physical gear check. And then they do a second gear check at the comeback for period 2, and it's just a verbal confirmation.
Oh.
That they've got their helmet, that their Ys are in the right place, that they've got their mouth guard, their toe stops are on appropriately, they've got elbows, wrists, and knees.
Dang, they just trust the adults that we have them on correctly.
Adults are allowed to make poor choices.
That's true. I mean, we did see a kneecap go loose at the last
a kneecap or a knee pad?
Knee pad. The cap of the knee pad flew off.
I feel like that's a very important distinction.
We didn't see somebody lose their kneecap. That would be terrible, actually.
That's horrifying. People are going to be like, is that why it was all paused last night? No, that was just a bump on the head.
Yeah.
That was okay.
And Bell was fine. And Bell ended up getting MVP. So came back from that. All right. We're back in the chat, too.
Has more stuff happened?
No, y'all aren't talking to us very much today.
Shame.
What's going on, folks? Me trying to pull up the chat again.
JB and I are fully caffeinated at this point and definitely need an outlet for some of that energy.
Oh, for sure. Talk to us in the chat. Give us something else to talk about besides these wonderful skaters and maybe some penalties.
Give us some flavor on the skaters. Because again, at Astra, Topeka, Kansas, thank you so much for being here. But I know nothing about you, and I want to know everything about you.
Everybody shout out your favorite places in Topeka, Kansas. Mine, the mall.
I'm glad they have one.
It's kind of, the Topeka, Kansas people will tell you.
I feel like
it's falling apart, but
most malls are.
Most malls are.
I feel like I've been to Topeka before.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I went to Nebraska a lot. My dad grew up in Nebraska.
Oh.
So whatever's across the line from Omaha.
Yeah. Probably Kansas City is where you would have been. Yeah, people don't really travel through Topeka very much. My first job ever was at Starlight Skating Rink, which is now a brewery, in Topeka, Kansas. And I worked the concessions, and then I was the DJ/skate guard, and I was 14 years old, getting paid $3 an hour.
That's criminal and hilarious.
I think it was illegal, but I loved it. I used to be at the skating rink.
It was Kansas.
It was Kansas. It was I don't know how they got away with it, but it was a recreational job or something like that. So they didn't have to pay us very much.
Oh, Ludini in a power jam capitalizes on it. 5 seconds in, lead jammer is declared.
And Violet is back on the track already, though. Hitting that defense, taking the cap, passing it.
Yep.
Nice, right to Slayer.
Pop-Tart right there.
Pop-Tart.
Making it happen.
Ugh. Drawing her back. Ooh.
Pop-Tart is such a technical player. He is amazing.
Hard hits, can tell. They're getting super low for those hits, too.
And just such a clean skater.
Nice. Ludini staying in despite that hit on the outside, picking up 4 more points.
That was a direction. 975, yeah.
Oh, that is 975's 5th penalty.
And
game.
She turned yellow on our tracker.
Whoa. Locked and loaded in the back with Raven for defense, but a call off from Ludini after putting up 12 points.
I think 12.
12.
I don't think it's 16. I think it's 12.
All right, good job, Ludini.
Excellent
Great
job.
work. Raven staying on the track, asking for 2 more players. Nobody's coming. The pivot's there. Looks like Slugbug again.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Would like. Okay, yeah, now they have. Yes,
they're
yeah, they
there.
have enough.
They have
Okay,
them
I
all.
see, I see.
It-
Oh,
I
Mia right through.
I can't do blocker math either when people are in the penalty box.
Yeah.
The blocker math doesn't add up anymore.
Foxy Dash was almost through on that outside line, but got stopped, I believe, by Snapdragon.
There's a good chance it was Snap.
Oh, that's Kung Fu Skinny. That's 701.
Well, that's the other good chance.
Yes, yes. Both of them defense. Great work. Frostbite's also out
I
there.
was going to say Frosty with a really nice hit to the inside there on Foxy Dash.
And Sour Snitch rounding out the defense. Lockdown. 975 playing some offense, and Foxy Dash is through. Mia got a cut track.
Snapdragon skates during the home team season for my team, my daughter's team, Undead Avengers. I was going to say Sour Snitch does too, but Sour Snitch skates for the Bites.
Oh, I love that.
Frostbite also skates for the Bites. I want to say Skinny's DSDD, but I'm not entirely sure. Mia hit to the outside, recycled all the way back by number 18. That is our favorite Raven.
Raven. Violent Violet now playing some defense.
Oh, Becky's all up over the chat here.
Oh, Becky.
Which one is from Topeka? JB is from.
JB, Judge Booty. I moved here to Portland in 2018 after I graduated college. Been here for 7 years now.
Did you play Derby in Topeka?
I did a few of the it's not even 101. It's like intro skater stuff with the Capital City Crushers. So I got some skates on, got some pads on. But I would say my true Derby home is here. I did the 101 program here. Played for the Wreckers here. I play for the Heathers now for one of the home teams. So.
And Renee, shout out to Apocalypse from her former coach, Thunder Buddy. Oh, that's nice.
Apocalypse.
Our home is Skateaway, which used to be Starlight West.
Yes, I've skated at Skateaway a few times. It was definitely better than Starlight. Starlight had some big cracks in the floor, which is very hard to skate over.
And then Bearable is indifferent on the teams, so just cheering for anyone. Team does something cool, cheer.
I do that too.
At Bearable, I like that you were just constantly cheering. So are JB and I.
Yes, the Crushers. I actually played in a mashup game, I think 2 Decembers ago. I happened to be in town for Christmas, and there was Christmas, Halloween type mashup, so I got to play with some of the Crushers, and then some people from Nebraska and Texas as well. So my family got to watch me skate in person.
Look at this Topeka connection.
Topeka, top city.
Okay, well, back
to our
back
game.
to the track. And we've got Slaughtermelon and Foxy Dash.
Foxy Dash is in the penalty box, the Rebel Heart penalty box again. Oh, but she's out. She's coming around. You just can't see her yet.
There she is. Well, just kidding.
We can see her.
We can see her. There we go.
Here she
On the
comes.
back
There she goes.
straightaway.
Oh, spin, spin, spin. Oh, but got out of bounds.
That was Slay. I think Slay caught a piece of Foxy as she came past and spun her to the inside.
Ooh, great work by Snitches Get Stitches. Holding down Melon at the top.
Yeah, really courting a direction, I feel like.
Got to be careful with 5. Slayer taking it to the back, but also went out of bounds. So.
Raven with the direction. I knew somebody up there was courting a direction.
Recording. Oh.
Ooh, 42.
That's Slayer.
Headed to the penalty box. That's Slayer's
Also for a
second
direction.
penalty, though. That's
That's
it.
not bad, Slayer.
Oh, Melon is not
Ooh,
lead
that's
jammer.
going to get another penalty maybe for not immediately exiting the track for that.
Yes, Melon did get a double penalty. Somebody got a double
975. Oh, no, 975's re-entering, so maybe not.
Okay, we finally have a lead jammer, 90 seconds in. I feel like somebody did have a double penalty. It was 975, who is now has hit expulsion.
Ooh. Sorry to the captain, 975.
So what happens when they hit red, and they're still in the jam?
I don't know. I guess.
Okay.
Oh, no,
She's
maybe
exiting
she's
the
exiting
track.
now.
Okay.
Maybe she figured it out. Lisa here from Topeka cheering for Raven and Violet, both of your granddaughters. Oh, they're related.
Oh, wow. So
That's
975 failed to hear the penalty for like a solid minute. So this is the double penalty, and this is with 23 minutes left in the game. That is going to be a punishing thing for a punishing outcome.
Hi, we have friends up here in the mezzanine getting my keys to go get in the trunk of my car.
Hi, Bridgetown Riot. Hello, Witch Slap Gay Fieri here. I hope you're doing well.
Do you guys want to announce with us later? You totally can.
They do not want to announce. They do not want the power.
I would be so happy if Gay and Witch decided to come and announce.
Put it in the chat. Say you want Gay and Witch to announce.
You could do. I'm going to be here all weekend. You wouldn't get to do it with JB.
Yeah. Gay Witch announcing. The blue team is from my hometown.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
So cool.
We got some Topeka lore going on in the chat. Topeka lore. I'm around. I don't remember where I parked. I'm always here.
Okay, so yes, 975 escorted off the track.
Woof. You hate to see it.
We do.
But hey, only up from here for the rest of the tournament, so 975 fouled out, yes. I think hang out. If you want to watch us do this, you can observe for a little bit. Or
Do you want to? Do you want to announce?
Yes,
Great.
but I don't know what
This is a learnament this weekend. So we have everybody here learning. We've got primary announcers on every game in House and Stream. But if you wanted to jump in anywhere and just get your feet wet, you totally can.
Rolling Thunder got lead jammer. Ooh, looks like the cap was already passed. Ooh, but dropped. Slugbug's picking it up off the ground. Rolling Thunder almost through on the outside line, but hit out by 1-4. That is Violent Violet. Taking up some blocker work after jamming a little bit the first half. Holding it down, honestly, as a blocker in the back. Slugbug doing a little bit of defense there for a second. Hit by 1-8. Violent Violet at the top, holding down Rolling Thunder. And Rolling Thunder through. Getting those 4 points. Slugbug still working against the Buds defense.
I realize we have a penalty tracker, but our house announcers do not have a penalty tracker.
Oh, interesting.
That was why Pinky was like, was that a foul out? Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. We got the inside knowledge here on the stream.
I usually just have to use my best eyesight and see if things have changed color.
Oh.
That's what I do.
Yeah, one of the weeks that Ham and I did it, the tracker didn't work. Ooh, somebody else is in penalty trouble.
Ooh, was that the week that everything went wrong?
Yeah. When
the
Ham and
scoreboard went down.
When Ham and I talked on the stream for half an hour.
Oh, my goodness.
Slayer drawn back, Rolling Thunder there. Ooh,
So,
and a penalty.
Violet just hit 5 penalties.
All right.
I mean, I don't want to say the good news, but the Buds can afford to have a power jam against them at this point.
Yes, yes. Slug. Oh, no, that was just 1-8 pushing through. Raven playing some offense there for Ad Astra. Power jam, Slugbug, who was originally the pivot, trying to work, but ooh, that was Kung Fu Skinny with the hit out. Almost a cut track there, but that's the end of the jam.
I was looking for the cut track, but they read it really well and did not pull a penalty there. So we're doing good.
We're staying together. Everyone's working. Farrell says, "Go Thunder." Becky says, "Way to go, Slayer. Drawing the back block."
Oh, Gabe, hey, it's nice to see you. Oh, and my husband.
Oh, hey.
Hi, husband. Seth Ferris. That's my husband.
Please help announce. I'll tell Gay in which you said that.
Or are you volunteering, my love? Have my husband up on stream with me?
Oh, yeah.
I already have my kid on stream most of the time.
Yeah, get the whole, it's a family affair. Get them all up here.
Heck yeah.
All right, that's an official timeout.
This official timeout brought to you by Welcome to PDX, RCR's official realtor. Do you remember the last game before COVID times hit, you and I had matching outfits?
Yes, I do, because I used to be the halftime wrangler and before times as my volunteer position.
In the before. I love that we just all refer to it as the before times.
Yes, how things were back then. Oh, we're getting ready for this. Rolling Thunder is standing, getting ready to leave, and has already left the penalty box, so it's going to be a very short amount of offense there for Ad Astra. That's number 49, Northern Frights. Rolling Thunder, managed to get through with the spin. Got lead jammer status, even though they're still beating one at the top. Yeah.
Ooh, and read that from Apocalypse. Apocalypse only had maybe one wheel.
Ooh. Big hit in the back.
But we're just going to get up and keep going.
Yeah, that's why we wear mouth guards.
These kids are tough as nails.
I'm glad you like it.
Oh my gosh! Oh my God! Now we do have a picture of us wearing matching outfits. For some reason, that's not the one I remember. I was thinking of like the sparkly vest I used to wear.
No, that's the one that I have.
I love that.
Like you and I.
And I still own that, except for I had to cut off the sleeves because
they're a sensory nightmare.
Yeah, I couldn't wear the sleeves anymore. Oh, here goes another jam. 6-1-2 Mystery Machine being drawn back by Raven. Ooh, give a little hit to Raven.
Foxy Dash jamming for Ad Astra.
Ooh,
that
big
was
hit there
a low
by
block.
Slayer, yeah. Slayer's still going, but nope. Going to the penalty box now. Mystery Machine with one to beat at the top. More to beat. Oh, out of play. There we go. Pack is in the back now. Foxy Dash working. Little bippity bop in the back. Up against 357. That's Billy Fiend.
Ad Astra with more than double the penalties that the Buds have. Ad Astra has 3-0 penalties. Cumulative.
Wow.
For the game.
Wow.
To the Buds 15.
It's kind of tough sometimes, skating on a new floor against new people. Sometimes you get a little hog wild out there. Wow, big hit by 808. That's Snapdragon. Snapdragon got a penalty for that.
Yeah, I was pretty sure there was a cut truck in there.
Yeah, I thought so too. I didn't see Snap go out of bounds, but Mystery Machine still jamming. Foxy Dash through a little juke to the outside. That's okay.
Around Billy.
That's okay, Billy.
It was Billy.
It's hard when there's just one of you and the jammer's got speed. Mystery Machine and Slayer.
Ooh,
so
didn't Foxy do that earlier in the game?
Yeah.
The jump spin.
Yes, that was
it
her.
Is
Ooh, little spin there
gorgeous.
Too. All right.
Mystery Machine getting rolled back by number 42, Slayer.
Right there in the back. Rejoined over there by Snapdragon out of the penalty box. That's the call off, or the end of the jam.
One or the other.
One or the other. I think it was just the end. All right. 18 minutes left in the game. We're feeling good. The coffee is flowing. We got our we got two people in penalty trouble now on Ad Astra.
Yellow just means that you can get two more.
That's crazy, though. Unfortunately, that's Violet, and Raven now in penalty with 5 penalties each.
Two of Ad Astra's other real major players that have been in heavy rotation.
Yeah, they've been playing a lot.
Louis up at the top of the pack. Let go. Lead jammer Buds. And we've got a star pass.
Slayer.
It is so hard to not say the sponsor
read
that I've
so
said
used to
7,000 times.
Yes. Slayer's trying to work. Ooh, hit out by Lucky Harms. Violet. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, Louis.
Moving her out, too.
Louis caught the whole pack sleeping there.
Yep.
Making it look easy. Is it going to happen again? It might.
It might.
Oh, Pop-Tart in with the offense, allowing Louis to get through for another 4.
Slayer's up against Mazzy Scar, Lucky Harms, and Jawbreaker in the back. Tough tripod. Ooh, but finally get some movement. Oh, but that's a penalty.
And that is the 6th penalty for Violent Violet. Oh, and Louis is now in a power jam.
All right.
Because of a low block.
right through on that inside. We got the Buds holding down number 9-2 in the back. That's Killer Quinn.
Bearable says that it sounds like they're listening to a podcast while watching Derby. You kind of are.
You are. It's just all of our thoughts.
Slayer is my favorite blammer. Sad I'm not there this weekend. Becky, you are here in our hearts. Just keep tuning in. And then Lisa, the Meyer sisters are close to fouling out. Are they sisters? Well, we did just have another foul out.
Uh-oh, that's number 1-4. That's
Violet.
Oh, yeah, somebody above had said that they're granddaughters, right?
Lisa here from cheering for Raven and Violet, both of my granddaughters. Yes, more
Lisa, you got to talk to them about the penalties.
We're cheering a lot. I'm not.
I looked down. I didn't see
because
it.
32-point jam. That's what we are cheering about. You and I podcasting away, completely
We're
missing
reading the
score.
comments. We're like, it's a power jam. Ludini's scoring. Sorry, bud. That was a great jam.
That was a fantastic jam. That is worthy of cheering.
Yes.
So now Ad Astra down from 12 skaters to 10 skaters with 2 foul outs.
Yeah, taking a team time out right now. Recouping.
11 skaters.
Welcome to PDX, your official realtor. Shout out to that sponsor. We love them.
Lisa Martin, yes, 14 and 18.
Lisa said, I know, right? Lisa, tell your granddaughters we gotta lock it in for the next game.
18 is still doing okay.
Yes.
Raven has
some wiggle room.
1 to 2 penalties of wiggle room.
This is how you pick your favorite granddaughter. I'm just kidding. You wouldn't do that.
I feel like it's the in-subs. People are getting the doubles, and it's the in-subs.
Oh, is it from not skating directly to the...
Probably, because both of these are a direction and an in-sub, so not... And our refs are real heavy.
Oh, thank you, Lisa, for saying we're great at announcing. We're having a great time.
It is mostly just an unadulterated stream of consciousness.
Yes, in the past games I've announced, I've said it's how I watch most games. It's like I wish that people would just listen to me talk the whole time, but this way I have a captive audience because I have a microphone.
A totally captive audience.
It's a dream come true for somebody who loves to hear themselves talk.
And the other wonderful thing about being on stream is that everything else is blanked out. All we can really hear is ourselves
Yeah,
talk.
it's great. We can kind of hear the in-house announcers in the background, but like not really, unless we stop talking, then I hear them more.
Oh.
Which that rarely happens. Well, since we have an official timeout, we'll shout out some more of our sponsors. Support Roller Rally. That's not a sponsor, but this is an announcement. Roller Rally, our annual junior program fundraiser, kicks off today. We need your help hitting our goal. Our junior program includes almost 200 youth skaters ages 7 to 17 who some of the strongest, most talented young athletes in PDX. Help us keep youth roller derby accessible and support Roller Rally today by texting ROLLERS25 to 44321 or visiting rosecityrollers.com/roller rally. We appreciate your support.
Roller Rally is very, very important to the juniors program. Meanwhile, Automata Mia, lead jammer, Buds.
Yeah, attend Roller Rally and you'll get to see Mia get lead jammer more. Even more than she already is. Ooh, a little spin, little work on the inside line. I love to see it.
Bearable says we should start a podcast.
Oh my gosh, thank you. People need to stop telling me that. It's going to go to my head.
Northern Frights jamming for Ad Astra. Northern Frights, I was going to say, was going to do a little bit of jammer on jammer action there. It did get Mia to come off the skates for a second.
Big hit by Raven there.
Billy's okay.
Hard to do some jammer defense when your blockers are too far ahead of you, so you're not really able to help plug when the jammer just has to juke past one of their own blockers to get to the other defense.
That was a nice big hit by Sasscracker. I thought it was going to get a direction penalty, but it didn't.
Nice, holding it down right there, too, against Mia. Little two-wall. Still a question of, the jammer's just full on playing defense now.
Oh, Renee Robertson says that they would also listen to that podcast.
Oh, my gosh, thank
JB,
you.
you are.
Thank you.
We are trying to get JB to do more announcing. JB has historically announced for the adults. But, I mean, come on, juniors are fun.
Juniors are fun. I will say, I spent time before the game looking at everybody's numbers and trying to memorize their names so I wouldn't have to keep looking at the sheet the whole game. But with the adult teams, it's easy because I know who
You
everybody,
know everybody is.
Yeah, so I don't have to work nearly as hard, and I have a lot of background info about them already. You know, I have my own beefs. I have my own my frenemies.
Well, you know who everybody is unless they're skating under other
different
names
names.
or
Yes, which
wearing
I-
other jerseys.
Okay, well, that's the Heather's fault. That's not my fault.
Des, OMG, Fudge Duty, Judge Booty.
Yeah, so me and several of the jammers on the Heathers have been skating under different names for the beginning of the season because we didn't have our own jerseys.
Which makes the announcers love you
Yes.
a lot.
Well, I mean, you didn't have to talk about me very much. I think I've only gotten lead a handful of times. So, but my favorite so far has been Fudge Duty. That's a fan favorite.
We
And
did like calling that one.
I did like when Handsome skated as the Dirt Man. She has a jersey. She did buy an additional jersey that says the Dirt Man on the back. So.
Yeah, no, the whole time I was like, keep a little dirt under your pillow for the Dirt Man in case he comes to town.
I went home that night and I took some dirt and I sprinkled it under my pillow and sent a video.
for the
put
Dirt Man.
put a video up on the Heather's Instagram about that. For our main man, the Dirt Man. Ooh, Foxy Dash almost doing a little spin on the inside again. Defense in the back. Defense in the back.
I love how
Reggie.
as this game has gone on, we've talked less and less about the Derby game.
Yeah. Isn't that how it goes, though? It's kind of like the Derby's happening. You can see the Derby happening. You can see the penalty count. Like Killer Quinn. No, that's not Killer Quinn. Oh, 9 is Sasscracker. With the penalty.
Sasscracker is, but also putting on a clinic this game.
Yes, yeah.
On some real artful hits.
It's going to be hard to pick a MVP for the Ad Astra team. So many people doing so well.
Mellon with a big hit to the inside.
092 leaving the track with a penalty. And we'll not get an in-sub for that because she left so...
At a 90-degree angle.
Left at a 90-degree angle. Our refs love when you leave at a 90-degree angle.
That's what I was going to say earlier. Is our refs are real big on that. They're quick on the in-sub.
Yes.
The double penalty.
Yeah, you cannot stay on the track skating back towards the penalty box. Which is understandable. The officials love rules, and we love them. Nice little replay here. Ooh, yes, of the Foxy Dash spin.
And then
the
the Pop-Tart.
hit.
The Pop-Tart hit to the inside.
Popped him right out. Ooh, a four-corner start by the Buds. 4 corners to 2-2. Oh, and offense is going to be on the out, it looks like. Yep, Rolling Thunder following the offense. Then going through the middle. Yeah, Rolling Thunder.
That was beautifully set up by those blockers.
Raven jamming right now. I don't think we've seen Raven jam yet. Oh, playing some defense, it looks like. Whoa, big hits. Big hit, but legal but painful, it seems.
Yep.
Oh, that's smart.
Oh,
wow.
yeah. Thunder.
That's so good.
Raven, you're going to get yourself in some trouble here.
I'm going to keep that in my mind.
Just cut through the middle?
Yeah, because, wait, can you do that? She just did. So.
She did it, and nobody called her on it.
We'll have a ref check in about this because a few weeks ago, one of the younger jammers on the Betties brought me all the way back.
Ad Astra's now asking for an official review.
Oh, okay, so maybe a good question.
That might be what we are officially reviewing.
Before I lock that into my memory as a strategy, oh, look at Breadpool out there in his nice clothing and his tie.
I do love Breadpool. Renee, how many penalties does Paco have? 092, 1.
Yeah,
a
great
singular low block from period to jam 9.
And there are 2 people on Ad Astra who have no penalties, and that is Gnarly Quinn, 0, and 49, which
Northern
is
Frights.
Northern Frights, 0 penalties.
And then 2 other folks are sitting at 1. Number 26, Belladonna, 1 illegal procedure, and 92, Killer Quinn with another illegal procedure.
Incredible. Oh, we got him up on the screen now. Oh, we got some Buds with no penalties either. A great, clean game. That's like, who is it? 199, Melon. 2-1, Lucky Harms, Billy Fiend, 222, LL Cool Slay, 4-4. Who are you, 4-4? Sour Snitch. Sorry, Sour Snitch. And 612, Mystery Machine. No penalties.
Pop-Tart's waving. Is Pop-Tart waving at us?
Pop-Tart, where are you at?
Pop-Tart's down there. Pinky? Do you want Pinky Pop-Tart?
What? Oh, thank you. You're welcome.
Absolutely.
I don't know what
we're saying
being
thank you
thanked
for, but I'll take it.
Great time, great time. They're vibing with like 11 minutes left in the game. I wonder what the official review will result in.
I wonder what it's about.
I hope. I mean, I want a resolution.
You want clarification
I want
for through the middle.
Yes. Well, what I was saying was like a few weeks ago, McGrady on the Betties hit me out right at the jam start and then drew me all the way back. And I was like, I'm not 18. I'm not going to run all the way back here very quickly. I'm going to take my time.
And you theoretically could have just, we're showing off some splits and flexibility in the middle.
Whoa.
Sass Cracker with the splits. Oh.
Whoa. Great job, everybody.
I could try to do that, but I don't think I would get back up again.
At this point right now, I definitely couldn't.
I would probably end up with a groin pull.
I did do this at ROM, and I jumped into the splits, and then I pulled my hamstring, and then I couldn't skate for a month.
I would have paid to see that.
Oh, yeah. Many people did. Thank God it was not recorded anywhere.
Are we?
We're still reviewing. We're still chatting. Let's go back to, can we get the camera back on Breadpool for a second?
Oh, Bearable. The real game is looking at the refs' derby names and laughing because they're great. They are.
Look how handsome he is.
Breadpool is super handsome.
He looks so serious right now.
He's definitely, he's Team No Fun today, right?
Oh, really?
Team No Fun.
Okay, yep. Now we're back.
Screw Lucy.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming. The blue team was requesting a cut call on the white jammer. The white jammer was knocked out to the inside here, used the inside to seed, came on this side to re-enter. That is not illegal. They will not retain their official review.
Look at you, JB.
Wow! I'm going to learn so much. Somebody tell McGrady. Smack, you're in the chat. Actually, don't tell McGrady. I'm going to know this for my own.
Yeah, you should spring that on somebody. Look at you.
Rolling Thunder, thank you for your help in my derby career.
Getting knowledge from the juniors games.
I learned so much all the time from the kids. Last night,
Emma says hi, JB.
Hi, Smack.
And also agree that Breadpool is the handsome.
Yeah, we know he is a handsome man. Ooh, great attempt at the outside.
His kid is Jawbreaker.
Yes.
Who is also one of the first, high-level junior refs in the nation.
That's so cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I think Jawbreaker's
out there right now, too.
Yeah.
087 at the top trying to catch Slayer and doing so.
Yeah, Jawbreaker was all the way out here, all the way at the top of the pack. Jawbreaker is one of a handful of our super amazing junior officials, and actually one of our other junior officials, Ashley Little T Rebel, is down here. I'm hopeful that we'll see a lot more of our junior refs as the weekend goes on. There's Little T right there.
Yay, Little T!
On the OPR.
They used to practice sometimes at the record scrimmages, like their officiating stuff, and I really loved when that happens. They're so precious. It's funny when they're giving adults penalties, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. Ludini with lead, but Northern Fright's right behind. Chasing. Mama behind you.
Houdini sees. Ooh, swing and a miss.
Whoa. I get scared whenever there's a jammer chase and I'm in front and someone's chasing me. Like, I will not do my crossovers correctly. I usually yell in terror for a second or two. Because people are usually faster than me, so I'm like, I'm going to lose this. But here comes Ludini.
Bacon the Question is probably one of my favorite new ref names. That
I like that.
They are not our ref. Arson Crafts, love that a lot
I like
as well.
that.
Dillygaff, I love a lot because it stands for Do I Look Like I Give M.
That's so fun.
That's what Dillygaff stands for. And it's funny because Dilly is
that's a fun nickname.
But Dilly's one of the nicest refs I've ever met in my entire life.
Oh, with that name too.
Yeah.
For a long time, so Smush, who's not officiating today, was my rally when I first joined.
Oh, Shell Put a Welt on was my rally.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, a million years ago.
Yeah, Smush was my rally, and I never knew what her name meant. It's for Smusher.
Yeah.
And I've never heard
Force majeure.
Yes, I learned that when I brought one of my law school friends to a game, and she was like, wait, you don't understand what the name means? And I was like, should I? And then she was like, it's a legal term. And I was like, yeah, I learned that, I guess, at one point.
Well, and Smush is a fabulous
lawyer.
Lawyer.
Also I believe does tax law. Maybe not anymore.
I had to ask them a legal question a while ago because I was like, in this instance, did I have a reasonable expectation of privacy?
Ooh, lawyers love that question.
And she's like, unfortunately, no, you did not. And I was like, ugh.
Woof.
It ended up being fine.
Okay, well. Oh, another four corners start by the Buds. Little YOLO action. Offense being up at the top. Defense in the back. That's a reverse YOLO, actually. Ooh, little spin. We love it, Melon. Does everyone remember that pug that was named Melon?
No.
Maybe this is like just a very deep cut for me.
TikTok and Instagram feeds can get real niche real
That's
quick.
true. Maybe somebody out there in the internet knows what I'm talking about.
Melon the pug.
I think maybe this might be a reference to this D&D
Is it
show that I
Melon
watched.
or Noodle?
Oh, Noodle is the famous pug I'm thinking
Okay.
of. Melon is a fake pug from a D&D show that I watch. Because I have to do something way nerdier than play roller derby.
Is it Critical Role?
It's on Dropout, so it's Dimension
Okay.
20.
Okay.
Great jam, everybody. Great work. No, we only have one more penalty. Who's in the penalty box right now?
09.
Sasscracker, that's 5. That's okay. I mean, 7 minutes left. Oh, look at this replay. Yeah, there was that spin. Oh, we got Rolling Thunder again. Rolling Thunder, I hope you teach me something new on this jam, too.
I know. I love that you just get to put a new something in your back pocket because of a junior skater. I don't know why that means so much to me, but it does.
Other jammers, watch out, because Rolling Thunder taught me a new skill. Ooh, here we go. Foxy Dash.
Mama said that it was okay.
Mama said it's okay. Oh, been called off by Rolling Thunder. Oh, but pivot in the box for Buds, and still Sasscracker stuck in the box, the Rebel Heart penalty box for Ad Astra.
That is a forearm on Kung Fu Skinny.
Woof. I don't know what Ad Astra means on its own. I know the state motto for Kansas is Ad Astra per Aspera, which means to the stars through difficulty.
At Astra, then it's just
To the
To the
stars?
stars, I think.
That's fun.
I love that you just, spouted that out. And we're like, and here's the translation to this dead language.
Okay, well, Kansas has one of the only cool Latin, mottos. I've looked them up before. Oregon has one.
Good one.
Yeah, Oregon has the other good one.
All Grave Nil.
What does that one mean again?
Those with wings are never heavy?
I like that. Northern Frights, joining the defense. But that did not stop Mystery Machine from just going through the pack backwards. Wild work by the juniors.
Oh,
Nice work there,
Northern
just letting
Frights.
Northern Frights through for the defense on Ad Astra.
Buds are looking like they are playing a hit it and quit it game right now.
Yeah, they are getting 4 points and they're done.
Well, with just under 5 minutes left on the game, it's probably an okay strategy.
Oh yeah, there we go. Just
So gorgeous. So gorgeous.
pretty through the pack.
And making it look so easy.
So easy.
So when I played Derby 1,000 years ago, there's no way on God's green earth that you could ever get me to put either of those caps on my head. So I have immense respect for jammers and pivots. I would occasionally pivot, but only if I knew my jammer, I had to have a handshake agreement that the jammer was not going to pass it. I would actively not make eye contact with my
You would
jammer.
be my least favorite pivot, unfortunately, for that.
And that is why we didn't play together.
That's why Mia Plow, shout out to my pivot. She's
well,
ready
yeah.
and willing to take that cap whenever, and I love her for it. Woo! Oh, peeked the mic on that, but that was a great little jump. It didn't land in, but that was still very cool. Ludini.
Oh, Louis almost able to get through on a single skate.
Hit out by the pivot, though. Take it to the back. Oh, that's Slayer.
Sundry Sydney from Starstruck Odyssey is the best crossover of roller skating in space, I think, ever.
Yes, somebody knew my reference to Melon the Pug.
Yeah, Zoph said, dropout mentioned.
Zoph, you get me. Melon the Pug that was taken over by a slug from the Starstruck Odyssey. And on my bingo sheet for the year, I'm calling that there's going to be a Starstruck Odyssey Season 2, and I hope that happens. It's one of my favorite seasons.
So interestingly, 09, Sasscracker went orange on the penalty tracker, but is no longer orange.
Ooh.
So a penalty got retracted.
I like that.
Onomatopoeia and Northern Frights jamming this jam.
Ooh, hit out by Lucky Harms, but then Lucky Harms hit out by Raven.
Mia, just tiny, compact, quick, able to just spin around blockers. Again, doing it for the second time around number 18, Raven.
Frights did a start pass there to, I believe that's 42 Slayer. So Slayer has the cap, but is being drawn back. Looked like Pop-Tart. Yep.
That is Lucky's first penalty of the game.
Lucky. All right.
Zoph says, I hope so. BT dubs.
Yes, thank you, Zoph. I agree. I think it would be incredible. I haven't watched the first episode of the wrestling season yet, but I think I will this weekend.
Do you play D&D then?
Yeah, I do. I actually play with a bunch of Heathers and some other Derby people.
Oh, how fun.
And Sci-Fi's husband, Dave, is our DM.
I dig it.
He's great. Pop-Tart with another hit out. Locked down in the back behind Pop-Tart. That might have been a cut, but it's a little late. Defense on defense there. Or I guess it'd be offense on defense if we caught. Oh, Pop-Tart's like, I saw you running away.
Pop-Tart is an absolute menace with the chase downs.
That does not surprise me with Amara as their coach.
Oh, seriously.
Amara, shout out, you're also a menace.
Always and forever.
She caught me at the top once after I had done this like cool spin and I'd like put my hand down on the track and like almost lost my balance. We got back up and then she was back in front of me and I was like, you couldn't let me have that? You saw my cool spin? I'm like pushing against her. I'm like, you saw my cool spin? You couldn't let me go?
And Gangster's like, no.
She said, no. She laughed and she was like, it was cool. And I was like, thanks.
But now you're going to stop.
I would like lead jammer though.
Melon and Foxy Dash with a minute left on the clock.
Foxy
Beautiful
with the little backwards,
job.
little spin work at the inside.
Melon getting some help from Snap.
Melon.
Foxy Dash, another spin move. Almost.
Yes. Oh,
yep.
that.
But not
Yep.
in
Okay.
bounds.
Good job.
Thank
Good job
you.
going back. Stressed me out there.
I know. I thought she was just going to keep going forward.
I know. I was like, oh, 1 foot out, 1 foot back in, 1 foot out again. Dang.
Team
Wow.
USA
This
skater,
is
though.
really pushing. Yeah.
Is that?
I think that's an out of play penalty.
It is.
Ooh, for 092.
But that's only 4.
Okay.
With 25 seconds left in the game.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
wow,
and
that 5 minutes, last 5 minutes went by so fast.
And Melon taking a seat in the box.
Melon. Foxy Dash through, getting some last points for Ad Astra here. 8 seconds. Maybe you can get a couple more. Yeah, good offense there. Oh yeah, a little spin,
beautiful.
a little flavor for the last.
Picking up the last 4 with 0 points on the period clock. We are just on the jam clock.
She's gonna keep it going, I guess.
They could use the points.
They could use the points, yeah.
Melon back
Whoa.
on the track.
I think that's like sweet that I think she just apologized as she did that too.
That's the other thing I love about Derby in general, though, is that usually people are really polite, having
Yeah.
a good time, smiles for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, adult roller derby can get very intense, and I'm always like, I don't think a lot of the penalties are intentional. We just play a very rough
play
sport.
A game. Well, there it is. That is the end of our game. Rosebuds Regional All-Stars unofficially 254 points to Ad Astra's 83. Rosebuds will be the winners of this game. I'm Dr. Noms. We have, I think, a little bit of time before we start game 2. About a half an hour.
Perfect.
So I'm going to use that time to not talk for a few minutes, grab something to drink, and see you back in a little bit. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me this weekend, Bridge City Riots. Bye-bye.
Hey folks, did you know that your head is not normal? No one's is. If your helmet size is a small, but your teammate's size is an extra large, wearing the same helmet shell doesn't just look kind of funny. The functionality of the EPS foam and how it disperses impact energy is compromised.
The 888 certified sweat saver comes in better shell size options than our leading competitor.
Giving you the highest level of protection upon impact. Try it for yourself. We got you.